Hey there, everyone. I'm going to talk about the recovery tools on getting sober and to stay sober. Everybody has their own way of getting sober and what works best for them. So we always hear that saying, take one day at a time. It sounds so cliche, but it's so true because it really works. We can't predict what's going to happen a month from now. We can't even predict what happens a week from now. The past is in the past. We can't redo that, right? So one day at a time. I even always say 1 hour at a time. You could walk outside your house and God forbid, something bad can happen, right? So one day at a time is so beneficial in recovery. Okay, because backtrack a little bit, you really have to want it. And I've said this on my other videos, and I'm going to always keep saying that. I mean, I'm going to go over seven tools, but first and foremost is you have to want it. You're going to want to do it for your loved ones, right? Because it's, first of all, it's a family disease. It affects everybody that's in your life, your loved ones. But if you're mandated to go to court or you're, God forbid, go to jail, and you just do your time and you go out and you're back to your old habits, you're going to relapse, right? So anyway, we're going to take one day at a time. So powerful because it's really how it works. Then you got to stay calm and set boundaries. When I say set boundaries, meaning people, places, and things, right? You got to stay away from everybody in your circle. I mean, change, right? You got to change all the people in your life that were making you do those bad habits, whatever they may be. Okay. I'm not going to get into the habit because everybody has their own thing. Could be, whatever it is. So number 2 would be you have to set boundaries. If somebody in your life is not pushing you forward, it's holding you back, like those party friends. Hey, let's just go out and smoke or get fucked up. They're not pushing you forward to grow, so those people need to go. They don't understand you, they don't love you. For me, I had to get out of the scene of my job because it was including alcohol. They were my party friends, so they had to go. And you gotta do that. Those are setting boundaries because, again, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you want your life to change, and again, age, it could be at any age. You just know when you want your life to change. So you take a deep breath, and you're going to reach a point in your life where you're going to say, listen, I had enough of this, right? My cat's jumping up and trying to get a fly. I hope you can hear me. I mean, I'm loud, but I have my air conditioner going. So yeah, find support with your tribe would be number 3. So AA meetings. So the rule of thumb would be to do 90 meetings in 90 days. That's what I did. AA. Then there's NA. NA would, to me, it's what works best for you. If you're strictly just drinking and you want to follow, I'm going to do a prayer at the end. I forgot to do that in the beginning here. I do my serenity prayer every morning. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I always have my incense. This is coconut. Incense sticks are great. You can get these at the dollar store. These I got at the corner store by my house. This one's coconut, and then I have one that says, it's a little more, it's called Lick Me All Over. You want to do self-care. Like I went to the car wash today. Men too. Men could do self-care, car wash, right? Get your hair cut. This smells amazing. When you're in active addiction, you don't take care of anything. I know I didn't. You don't take care of your doctor appointments. That drug is your obsession. That's the love of your life. That was the love of my life. Every relationship I was in was a blur to me. I had great guys in my life. I'm not going to go into that. But you are so obsessed and you crave that drug. Alcohol's a drug, by the way. That's all you care about. So we're going to go back to the 7 tools, right? So the 7 tools that can benefit you. So we're going to start with one day at a time. First and foremost. Then you're going to keep calm and you're going to set boundaries. Set boundaries. What does that mean? Setting boundaries means you are going to get rid of all those toxic people in your life. If that means having one friend. So also, people, places, and things. Get a new job if you have to. Have your family that supports you. Sometimes your family doesn't even support you. I have a great family that supports me, right? But some people don't. I'm just saying, whoever supports you, then those are the people in your life. It could be one friend, 2 best friends. When I was in the go-go bar and partying, they weren't my friends. They were my druggy friends, my drinking friends. So, those are going to be the 2 first steps. Step 3, find support with your tribe. Again, meetings, getting a sponsor. Go to 90 meetings in 90 days. Do that right off the bat. Do not miss one meeting. If you don't drive, you get rides. And why? There's no excuse, because they drive you at those meetings. You go up to the person, they will pick you up. I've done it because I didn't drive at one point because I had DUIs. I drive now. I've been driving. Perfect driving record. Got a beautiful new car. All good things happen to you when you get sober. God sees everything and everything happens. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens. Number 4 is practice gratitude. What does that mean? Just being grateful. Kind of what just piggybacking off number 3, what I was just saying is all good things happen when you stay sober. How you become so spiritual. So I'm going to do a video on the 12 steps. You know, the first thing is admitting you need help. That's another video, but I'm talking about the recovery tools here. And you have to be patient. So for me personally, is the hardest thing, because again, I'm a Gemini. I want things happening the day before. If you're a patient person, props, because I am not patient. Yeah. So the universe, your higher power, God, whatever you want to call, really you get back. I'm going to be 6 years sober in January. It could be a sponsor, but it's a lot of work. You have to call that person every day. You have to be on them. I have a full-time job, but you know, if you want to sponsor, I think you could sponsor when you feel you're ready to be a sponsor. I think you should have at least, in my opinion, I think 3 years sober, but I don't know what that rule of thumb is. Just be grateful. I thank God every day that I'm alive. Again, you can't go back on the past, right? It is what it is. It's done and it's past and it's over with, right? We could think about the memories, right? Our childhoods before social media. Boy, right? I put a TikTok up of me dancing to 80s music. Right? Oh, and it's like, it was beautiful. My daughter and I talk about the generation now with, you know, social media. She even doesn't like it. And I'm going off topic because I do that a lot. Because I don't want to lose my train of thought here, practicing gratitude, but see, I'm totally off the practicing gratitude part because I'm getting off topic. My point is, just thank God you're here, right? You can get sober. Write things down. Play music. All right, so that's number 4, practicing gratitude. Number 5 is learn to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable. Oh my God, I love this one. This is probably my favorite one. Learn to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now, I have all of this, and I never threw them out from all the rehabs. My handwriting's so sloppy. This is not off Google, by the way. This is my notes, probably from my therapist. These, like I said, these are the recovery tools. These are not the 12 steps of AA. Everyone should live the 12 steps, by the way, in life in general, even if they're not a drinker. Just an extra tip I added out there. So, being uncomfortable is very uncomfortable, right? So learn to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable. I was just having a conversation with the girl at my work about this. If she's watching, she knows. I don't want to say her name. She knows who she is. Brilliant girl. I love her. She's going to go far in life. Does anybody comment if you know what I mean by that? You have to really get uncomfortable. You have to get, it's a little tricky. Mercedes. She's trying to really eat a bug, fly. The guy came to fix my screen and the fly came in the house. So, how can I give you an example of this? So when you're numbing yourself for so many years with cocaine, with alcohol, with pills, with heroin, with food, with whatever your addiction is, right? And now you're sober. You're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Oh my God, I have to talk to this person sober. I have to have sex with this man or this woman sober. It's scary as fuck, let me tell you. It's almost like you're being reborn again. Because, all right, so I'm going to go off a little and talk about me for 2 minutes, okay? Because my therapist told me this at the rehab. So the minute you start an active addiction, so mine was my eating disorder. When it got bad, and then drugs, and then I got clean and sober at like age 40. I got clean and sober at age 47. I was a late bloomer. Like a lot of these young generation are getting drunk and high at like age 12 now. I was playing with Barbies at that age. It was like a different generation for me. So you're in a fog that whole period of times if you're getting high. So I was very ashamed of the things I've done. So when I got clean and sober and became me again, Laura, the real me, where I didn't have to fake it anymore, it was very uncomfortable. It was scary, but then I got used to it. I was like, I was high on life. And the first person I was with, the only guy I was with, like having intimacy or those sexual relationships sober, it was like, brought me back to the first guy I was with. I don't want to get that into that story, but like when I was the real me. And it's great. Like, you know, girls say, oh my God, I have to get drunk to go out to a bar, I have anxiety, and I have to get fucked up to have sex with a guy, or yeah, okay, maybe a drink or two. Again, I'm an addict, I can't have one drink. But you unwind and you get loosened up. That's not the case for me, but I feel like I'm rambling a little, but I was a dancer, so I had a stage name. So I was like living in that like whole fantasy land world and not knocking that lifestyle, because there were girls that didn't drink, that 1% that saved their money, and I knew them, over $1 million, and they had happily married husbands, and they went off and saved, and they put themselves through college. But my point of all this is, you're numbing yourself big time when you're an addict, an alcoholic. You're not coping with your real issues, whatever they may be. So I went off on a tangent a little bit, and I went off a little. So you have to really, number 6 would be learn to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay, so that was number 5 actually. Number 6 is create a healthy routine. So let's talk about that. Structure, right? Structure in your life. I'm sorry I don't dress up for this. It's my day off, and I live in sports bras and shorts on my day off. Some videos I'm wearing my work clothes, which is black. Okay, so we're going to create a healthy routine. Structure. Having structure in your life really keeps you grounded, right? You get up at a certain time, you go to work, do your work, you come home, you have dinner, maybe, you go to the gym. See, I work out in the morning. So I get up, I do my workout. I do it off my YouTube here. You just have a structured day. So it doesn't give you time to, I know me, if I go off my structure, I get a little irritable. Sunday's my rest day. I do my doctor appointment day, my day with my daughter. So create a healthy routine. That's basically self-explanatory. I'm trying to think. I think this was my old journal. This was like my first rehab. Enjoy life at a slower pace. Slow and steady. Easy. Simple. Listen, I'm going to be 6 years sober. I'm not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I know people could relapse after 10 years. We have a hard time around here to be slow. I know I'm not slow. People go down south and they're like, wow, it's so different over there. So enjoy life at a slower pace. I spent so many days and years. Life is zooming by, and I would just do so much getting messed up. So we're going to backtrack and start to the top. Recovery tools that benefit you are take it one day at a time, 1 minute at a time. Okay, I'm going to add some things in for myself here. Journal. Keep calm, set boundaries, find support, practice gratitude, learn to be more comfortable with being uncomfortable, and create a healthy routine. And enjoy life at a slower pace, right? So medication is another thing. I brought this up in other videos that helps you also. That's a personal preference. And get a sponsor. Yeah. First and foremost is if you have to really want it. You have to really want it. I'm just going to get into addictive personalities. I'll do that on another video. If you feel like you have an addictive personality, though, you just can't try certain things because you do things in excess, which I have. Shopping and all, and it all kind of goes in with the addiction and all. I'm going to talk about that in another video, but I was going to pull from my deck, which I do every video. Life is inviting you to experience a whole new level of happiness, healing, prosperity, success, and love. I open my mind and say yes to life. Life is inviting you to experience a whole new level of happiness, healing, prosperity, success, and love. I open my mind and say yes to life. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't put my whole will over to God. I was very lost. I didn't know who who I was. You have to turn your will over to God. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'm going to pull one more card. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. I create my future today. We all drink. We all, use that substance. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? You like that high feeling? You get out of your head, right? Feels good. You feel the music. I play music now, and I'm high on life without the drug. Music is amazing therapy. You don't need that substance to get through life. But when it all boils down to is you have to really want it, and you have to talk about your stuff. You have to forgive. Whatever you need to forgive, you need to heal. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that. Like, share, and subscribe. And everybody have a great day. I thought my cat was going to come on up and join the video. Mercedes. Okay, everyone. I thought I was going to add something else to that. I don't want to end it. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the 12 steps. But, oh well. I think that's about it. Okay. I'll see you soon.